things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. And the Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will have the first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Complete to the left. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Fenwick. And they're able to make the tackle.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
And the Badgers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Turning it off. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Badgers have this offense rolling. He'll keep it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. And the Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get...
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Badgers send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing before tacklers. He's down at the 24. So the USC Trojans offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. This time he's got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Got a man in the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the app.
Got it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Fires into the end zone. Intercepted.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go right back to it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Might be calling a hot route. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Fakes the grab. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Bears the pressure. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time It was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Ryan just being tight. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He wants to throw it again. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Trojans will try to punch it in on first and goal. They want to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. To the air on first down. Setting up the screen. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Wants to go up top on first down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Booth. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense?
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Badger. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. He's got him. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost the second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Trojans are marching down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought... For a nice game.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Lyon.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this team.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up third down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself, and he'll avoid the tackle on the slide. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They kick it away on 4th down. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll run the screen. And he will score! Touchdown, Trojans!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. And the Badgers in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Hauls it in. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Jones. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. To the air on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. They get to the line quickly. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
From the gun, running back gets to give. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The offense will quickly use a timeout. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to pick up the first. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Trojans are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, they're after him. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Sends it back in motion. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got him downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Pressure coming. And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out. It's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. That ball scoops through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Here's a heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Jukes his way for more.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage, knocking that ball away and doing it clean? No PI on that one.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A strike downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Now the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Touchdown, USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And off to Jones. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Got his man downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the three.
There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Snags it over the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. Runs through the tackle. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Badger! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. He didn't do it that time.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give out of the gun. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Great place to start for this offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Leinart, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Hand off from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Makes the grab on the left. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give and tick, 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 tick.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Trojans are threatening on first and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans! And the pummeling has started. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Oh, he's got a chance. Picks up the first down. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. And off to Jones. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.